Fran Lab.
So last week was a disaster and I didn't have a video ready, and so I edited a video that I had set up. Yeah, this is the video I put up on Friday. This is what it looks like in the editor. It took me 3 days to do this editing. I thought this was going to be a really great video. I thought this is like one of the most important videos I've made in a long time. It's got so much information. It's almost an hour long. It's a super deep dive into this whole idea of optimized thumbnails. And I thought I'm putting so much information in here. And I launched it, and on Friday it was the bottom of the barrel. 10 of 10. You can see it there. 10 out of 10. And usually the first 5 hours, if a video is going to work, you're going to know it. So it's like, okay, I'm going to do what YouTube suggests. I'm going to optimize the thumbnail, because the thumbnail I actually made it by hand. And this is what it gives me. First of all, oh my God, this is the thing. Okay, when YouTube makes an AI image of me, it ages me like 20 years. I look like my elderly aunt. This is so weird. I am not 78 years old. It's like, no, I'm not 78. It's like, what the hell? So I was like, oh no, I'm not gonna do that. Yeah, and what's the $10,000? That's like from 2 weeks ago. So it popped out a cartoon. I guess it knows that I want the cartoons. And then this is the one that it gave me. The image on the left is kind of weird. I mean, my face is kind of weirdly distorted and pixelated. It's trying to make an expression on my face that I probably wasn't making. It's weird. When I look at a photo like this, I have this uncanny valley because I know that's not me. Whoa, it is an uncanny valley thing. It's like it's not human, but it looks almost human. But I said, okay, well, I like this concept. So what I did is I went and I made a version of that, a hybrid, where I took an actual screen grab from that video and left the right side. I'm basically taking the idea of the YouTube suggestion and I'm putting it on the video. So this is how it was performing on day one, really just dead in the water, bottom of the barrel. So day two, I switched it over to the new one, and it did have a bit of an upswing. Right there where the arrow is, that's where I changed the thumbnail. It did seem to change the direction, because it was slated to just kind of stay underneath of the average, but it's looking like it actually did make a little bit of a difference. So today it's actually performing average. I did wonder if that, again, was this thing that I was talking about in the video that people are starting to watch. The idea was that since YouTube offered this thumbnail optimization feature in the studio, is it giving preference, probably deferential preference, specifically generated by YouTube itself, over thumbnails that are made by the creators or not generated by YouTube? I don't know. I mean, time will tell. But there seems to be some evidence to the fact that YouTube will hold back a video from suggestions, even if it has a good thumbnail, because I thought that the thumbnail I made was actually a good thumbnail. But I think a lot of people thought that it looked like an AI thumbnail, but it wasn't. It was just, I made it in Photoshop. But the kicker is, I asked it for some other suggestions for thumbnails. So let me show you some of the other suggestions that it gave me. I'm already laughing because this is so ridiculous. This is YouTube's AI-generated suggested thumbnail that it says that I should use on Friday's video about AI thumbnail optimization. What the fuck? What the fuck? I mean, is that supposed to be me? Am I supposed to be 90 years old? Look at all the lines in my face. I do not have wrinkles. At least not yet. My God, that's supposed to be me. Oh, wow. Thank you, AI. But this is what I was trying to describe in that video on Friday. YouTube and the YouTube algorithm and AI, this machine, the machine of YouTube, thinks that I'm like a 1,000-year-old witch. I mean, Do the male e-YouTubers, if they request an AI-generated thumbnail, does it come back with them looking like they're 100 years old? I want to know. If Dave Jones, Big Clive, anybody out there, any e-YouTuber, Medi, Electroboom, are your AI-generated suggested thumbnails depicting you as a 100-year-old, like, walking corpse? I'd really like to know, because it seems like there's some kind of slant. So YouTube knows my age, and so it depicts me 20 years older. I don't get it. It's really, really friggin' bizarre. And honestly, really, I mean, if you watch my videos, you probably know that I don't look like that. Oh, wait, let me give you another one. Here's another one. This one was kind of out there. I said, give me the cartoon concept, but give me like a better screen grab. I said specifically screen grab of myself. I requested a screen grab, and it thought a long, long time, like about good 10, 11 minutes, and it popped out this. And again, I thought, who's that on the left? Is that supposed to be me? It's like, it's almost like a Jodie Foster, like, I don't know, boy. It's not really me. And look how big my boobs are. And this lab, the lab behind me, that looks like Dave Jones's bench. It looks like the EEV blog, does it not? I don't know, I'll let Dave Jones decide that. But that's definitely not me in the picture. On the right, am I supposed to be like 17 years old? What is this thing with age? Why is it that the cartoon version of me is like a teenager, and when it tries to depict like a realistic version of me, it makes me 100 years old and apparently insane. So, oh man. I like the idea of the cartoon Fran, so I did a poll on the community page, and I said yesterday's deep dive video about the UI optimized thumbnail feature didn't get many views. A lot of the comments that were in there, maybe the majority of comments by like type, would have been people saying that they would never watch a video if it appeared that the thumbnail was made by AI. And so I put it up in a poll. I don't watch a video with a cartoon thumbnail because I think and it doesn't show the whole thing, but it says I won't watch a video with a cartoon thumbnail because it might be made by AI. That came out to be about 29%. 53% majority says, if I like a channel, then I don't care about the thumbnail. 7%, only 7% said I really like the cartoon Fran. So it's like, oh wow, it's obviously I'm not going to be doing cartoon Fran. And 11%, I don't care either way. So that was the poll. So it looks like the idea of cartoon Fran is gone. Yeah, not gonna do it, so. But, remains to be seen whether like this optimization thing is required.
Berserk. In my lab, it's where I work. That's what you're watching. Friend love. That's what I'm doing. working at the bench.